one quick little story. I was in a elevator in Toronto, and you know how elevators are. Everybody's looking at the floor, and we were going up a really tall building. So I started talking to everybody in the elevator, and at first, the people, they didn't know what to do. Finally, one guy in the back says, "You must be from Saskatchewan." Said, "Only people from Saskatchewan talk to people they don't know on an elevator." I said, "Yeah, I am." So it's a pretty good trait, is being friendly, talking to people, because like Grant has said, you never know. The person sitting beside you on the airplane may be the key to your future. And you'd be surprised, sometimes you're talking to some of these people and you go, "You're kidding." And you look around the airplane and everybody's like this and not talking. So always take that opportunity to talk to the person that you don't know, because it can lead you down a path of success. Now I'm going to speed my little presentation up a bit. And normally I would thank everybody who helped put these events on, and you know who you are, so forgive me and thank you for that. The goals of the Get a Bigger Wagon Awards are threefold: to expose young people to entrepreneurism, to encourage them to start companies, and two, to reward them with recognition and good old-fashioned cash. And we have 4 divisions: 7 to 9, 10 to 12, 13 to 15, and 16 to 18. An award for people people who promote entrepreneurism in the community. This was a little bit of a different year because we didn't have anybody who applied for that. We do know that next year we have 2 groups that are applying for that award. The 2024 winners will be placed on, or already actually, on this plaque beside me. And when that's finally filled a few years from now, it'll go up on the Edwards School of Business wall beside our speaker plaques out there. And another thing we hope is that you get inspired, and if you're young, that maybe you'll come to the Edwards School of Business. And we're pretty proud that we have seen over the years a number of students who have won show up in the crowd or come up to us after and say, "Hey, I won this award." So it's sort of a full circle for us. This year was a little bit different too for us, because we have 3 sets of siblings who entered into the competition in different categories. And in each case, one won and one lost. And there really isn't a loss, because just entering in itself is important. And entrepreneurs must develop a try-again attitude. And when we judge every year, we give extra points to people who have entered before and not won. So I would encourage anybody who may have not made it this year, please try again next year, because we reward resilience and determination. And try again. You can't win unless you try. So now what we're going to do is have a quick little video of the condensed version of the video presentation. Everybody that sends an application form has to send in a little video. So we're just going to give you little highlights of the videos that were sent in. So guys, if you could run that. I know I'm kind of screwed you up by going off script here, but
Hello, my name is Ryder Fullerton, and these are my hot chocolate bombs. We have white chocolate and milk chocolate. And to make hot chocolate, you want to get a hot chocolate bomb. You get 1 cup of hot milk. You put the hot chocolate bomb in the milk, and then it will just do its thing, and then you have a cup of hot chocolate.
And how long have you been doing this?
2 years.
2 years.
This is the process of our mole business. Once you get all around, you take that big chunk of dirt around the thing till you feel like a hole. Or they could have buried the hole, so you gotta push your hand into there. Like this one might be it. Right now the dirt is very cold, so my hands are. And I think it may be right here. And yeah, I think I found it. But there's a lot of dirt we have to clean out. So it will be pretty hard to clean out the dirt. So what an option is to take a shovel. And what you can do is cut right here, because the hole is leading there. You cut here, and you take out the stalk, and then there you will probably find the hole. You take the mole trap, you gotta set it on a hard surface to push this thing down. Because when you push this down, and you set this up, you put that in there, and then what happens is the mole comes in, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo, hits that thing, and the rope snaps up on it and kills him. So there's no like suffering or anything. Just immediately kill them, so there's no suffering. And because we wouldn't like the mole to suffer. And then after the mole is killed, you take the mole trap and you empty the mole and put him back in the hole and then bury the hole. But before you do that, you gotta shove this in front of the hole. So, and then you have to take the shovel and scoop some dirt up behind the mole trap, or else the mole can just literally push the mole trap. Trap the mole. This time to get paid. The mole ninjas are back! Yeah!
Hi, I'm Kaya Tomlanovich. I am 12 years old and I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I own a business called Caramel Cuties and I make caramel apples. I got inspired from my grandpa. I used to always love to bake him caramel apples and other treats, so I started my own business. Come with me today to make some apples. Now we'll take the apples and box them. And this is my final product. Follow me on Instagram.
My name is Tyson Silva and I am 13 years old. I live on a small cattle ranch just outside of Rawson, Saskatchewan. Today I'm going to talk about my cattle business. I had always wanted to have cows and to live on a huge cattle ranch. So in 2020 I convinced my parents to let me buy my first bottle calf. I bought him for $400. I spent a lot of time taking care of him by feeding him and checking on him. I would get up every morning before school to feed him his milk and to make sure that he was healthy. I would do the same thing in the evening. In the fall of 2020, he was big enough to sell. It was hard for me to sell him, but I knew owning a business meant that I would need to try and make a profit. After I sold him, I got around $900. After selling him, I subtracted the cost of milk replacer and grain that I had bought, and I kept the profit from selling him. Then in 2020, at age 10, I wanted to raise some more calves. So I would look on Kijiji to find calves. I would make my own phone calls and ask questions to make sure that they were what I wanted. I found one and fed him till he was big enough to sell. In 2022, I wanted to get a heifer cow. I wanted a heifer because I wanted to start a little herd of my own. I found a little red and white calf on Kijiji. I named her Ruby. I spent a lot of time playing with her and taking care of her. In 2023, I had saved up enough money to buy 2 bottle calves. During the year, a few of them got sick. When they got sick, I would have to give them medicine, and I got to learn how to give needles and how to make them feel better. This year, I bred my cow, Ruby, to my neighbor's bull. Over the summer, I would go out and check all our cows and my neighbor's cows. In fall, we had the vet out to preg check her. I was so nervous that she wasn't pregnant, but I'm happy to say that she tested positive and has a bull calf on the way. This spring, I decided growing my cattle business was something I really wanted to do. I sold my skidoo so that I would have enough money to buy a cow-calf pair. My neighbor gave me a good deal on a cow and calf, and I got to rebreed her to his bull in exchange for checking on a herd of his cows all summer. I am excited to say that she also tested positive. She also has a bull calf on the way. So next year I will have 2 bull calves that I will be able to sell for profit. In the fall of this year, I bought a 9-month-old calf for $1,950, but I only had $1,000. So my neighbor and I made an arrangement to work off the balance. I worked for my neighbor doing odd jobs like cleaning bins, checking cows, and other things. Thank you for this opportunity to let me participate in this competition. If I win, I will pay back my neighbor and invest it in more cows. I love cows!
Hi, my name is Tristan Forster. I'm a grade 9 student at HCI in Humboldt, Saskatchewan. I'd like to tell you about my business, Prairie Sky Meadows Farm Fresh Poultry, where I sell broiler chickens to customers in Humboldt and the surrounding area. I started my business in the spring of 2024, after seeing my older sister's success with her one-of-a-kind sewing business, making and selling tooth fairy pillows. With the help of my dad, I made a business plan to raise, process, and sell farm-fresh whole chickens from our acreage near Humboldt. We ordered 100 broiler chickens to arrive in May and set up our barn for them. We processed them in June at just over 7 weeks and about 6 pounds. I learned so much about what it takes to raise chicken this past year, like proper feeding, environment setup, and how to recognize when they are too warm or too cold. I fast my chickens the night before processing, making sure they will still have water. The day of processing requires at least 5 to 6 helpers. The steps of processing day are removing the birds from the pens, humane harvest, dipping them in warm water bath, plucking, cleaning, and final processing. Birds are clean and washed, then chilled to 36 Fahrenheit in an ice bath. It is a good time for a lunch break waiting for the birds to chill. Each bird is bagged and zip tied and then weighed. They are labeled and put into freezers. The weights are recorded and labeled on each bag before they are placed in the freezers. We take great care handling birds to ensure food safety at every step. The first batch sold out in 1 day, so we started a second batch of 250 in August and processed them in September. Perfect timing for Thanksgiving. Here are some testimonials from satisfied customers. You may be wondering what I plan to do with the money I earn raising and selling chickens. My goal is to be successful enough to be able to purchase a dirt bike and possibly some hunting equipment as well. I also have plans to expand production to include turkeys in 2025. I'd like to thank you for this opportunity and for listening about my business, Prairie Sky Meadows Farm.
Hello, my name's Judith and I'm the founder of King Creations. What I do in my business is I dry flowers and preserve them in resin, making them into rosaries and necklaces. I do custom orders like turning wedding bouquets into keepsakes or funeral flowers into memorials for loved ones. I have different color options made from different flowers, and the necklaces are all 14K gold plated so they don't change color. I also sell them online on Etsy. I do markets, and I also have an Instagram page that people can contact me through. Like I said, I have lots of different color options which are created using different flowers. Some of the flowers I have include roses, lavender, sunflowers, orchids, and geraniums, to name a couple. These are some of my Etsy listings. People can choose what flower they'd like in their rosary and what color of chain they'd like. Most of my orders on Etsy are people from the US, and I've gotten lots of positive reviews. Through running my business over this past year, I've learned so much about marketing, customer service, time management, and craftsmanship. I love making unique pieces for people to enjoy, and I love seeing their reactions when getting a rosary or necklace made with their favorite flower, or having a piece made of flowers that are very special to them. I've always loved selling things ever since I was a little kid, and I've always gotten inspiration from my aunties, one of which who owns Rebecca King Fashion House, and the other one who owns Design Build Plants. I love owning a small business, and it's become one of my biggest hobbies and a good source of income. I also have an Instagram page where people can see lots of my products. I had a giveaway on it a little while ago, which was super fun. Lots of people ask me how I make the beads, so I'll show you. First, I mix up the resin and then put it into a plastic bag and cut the tip off. Then I put the resin into the molds. After that, I add in the flower pieces using a toothpick and let it dry, which takes about 24 hours. Then I sand the beads and I can start putting the rosary together. Some of the skills I've had to master in making my business includes replying to customers quickly. So when somebody messages me on Etsy, I have to get back to them quickly. So to do that, I downloaded the Etsy seller app on my phone, so then I get a notification whenever anybody messages me or purchases something, so then I can get to it quickly. And another thing I've had to learn is how to take good pictures. So I need to take good pictures for my Instagram and for my Etsy listing so that the product's easy to see, and that's been a little tricky, but I've been getting better at it. Another thing is I used to make the rosaries with already made chain, but that was taking me a lot longer than it should have, so I started making them with wire, and I bought this tool that I showed in a previous clip that bends the wire to make little loops, so it makes the process a lot faster. Another challenge I had to overcome initially was getting people to know what I do. So to help with that, my mom would post some of my things on her story, like on Instagram and stuff. And then once I started doing markets, a lot of people began to know what I do more. So yeah, that's helped a lot. And with Etsy, I've been getting lots of orders on there, so now visibility isn't a problem anymore.
Hello, my name is Billy Fisher and I'm the owner of Nails by Bills. Nails by Bills is an aesthetic service provider for gel nails and lash lift and tint. I have owned my business for a little over a year, but I've been open to the public for only 2 months. Back in November of 2023, I got my gel nail certification. I saved up almost $1,600 all by myself to take this course where I trained under professional mentors and perfected my skills in the art of gel nail technology. I do hand sculpted hard gel nails. I know that's a lot of words, but it basically just means I handcraft every nail I make. So I don't use any sort of plastic tips or anything for guidance. These are just pure handmade. Usually text charge on length, shape, design, etc. But for nails, I charge a flat rate of $65 for every client. I have worked really, really hard on perfecting my craft in the last 10 months, practicing on friends and family. I was able to purchase my lash lift and tint certification from the money from my early clients in those first couple of months after getting my certification. I'm very proud of where I am. Being a business owner is the most rewarding thing I have ever done, I think. It's taught me a lot and I've seen so much success. My favorite part about my work is because I provide a beauty service, I have the privilege of making people feel beautiful. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from my job is how much I get to give to people. I see so much potential for Nails by Bills, especially with the holiday season just right around the corner. Very thankful for this opportunity. If you're wanting to see more of my business in action, you can follow me on Instagram at Nails by Bills. And yeah, thank you so much.
If you're wondering what that map is about, that's where all the winners have come from. Yeah, or applicants, pardon me, applicants have come from all over the province. Now it's to get to the fun part where we hand out the cash, where a few of you have been quietly waiting. And Maureen, if you want to come up and give me a hand here. The first group that we're going to present is the 7 to 9-year-old category. And the $500 winner in that category is Fully Bombed. And would Ryder Fullerton please come up and get your cash? You had your hand out already. And what are you going to do with your cash?
Well, with my cash, I'm probably gonna put some in my bank account, put some in my wallet, and put some in my piggy bank.
Right on, right on. Well, let's get to the best part. I'm going to hand you some money here, okay? 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400, 50, 500. Congratulations. The second group we have is the 10 to 12-year-old, and this was another tight category, and we had 2 winners. So rather than divide the funds up in half, we just throw in more money, so both will get the same amount of money. So the first winner is B&B Mole Ninjas. Would Caleb Fitzsimmons please come up? And what are you going to do with these funds?
Probably gonna invest in our business, buy some more mold traps, and expand the business. Probably.
And I can speak to this. I use their services, and we have 6 acres. And those little buggers. Sorry, not these guys. The moles. These guys take care of the problem for us. So. All right, you ready? 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 750. Thank you. Well, now the second winner in that group, the 10 to 12-year-old group, is Carmel Cuties. So Kaya Tomalenovich. Now, geez, I'm sorry, I had this down really good. Tomlenovich. Sorry. And what are you going to invest in?
I want to put some into my business, some into college savings, and some for a nice car.
And are you going to drive that car to Edwards School of Business?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, here we go. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 750. Congratulations. Now the third group, again, 13 to 15, and there were so many great entries. And we have 2 winners as well in this group. And each group will win $1,000. And the first recipient is Prairie Sky Meadows Farm Fresh Poultry. Tristan Forrester. And what are you going to do with your cash? I think you kind of gave us a hint up there.
I'm going to put some into buying a dirt bike and then the rest into buying food for, our next.
And will you teach the chickens to ride the dirt bike or make a... Maybe. Anyways, here's...
Yeah, that's scary.
51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 950, 1,000. Congratulations. And our second winner in that category and $1,000 is TS Cattle Productions. I like that name. Tyson Sauvé, if you'll come up. Thank you. And what are you going to spend your money on? I think you also gave us a hint.
Pay back my neighbor and invested in my business.
He's a pretty good neighbor, eh? He must see something in you that's worthwhile investing, right? Well done. Yeah. You probably give 10% to your mom and dad too, eh? 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 950, $1,000. There you go. Congratulations. Now the fourth group is the 16 to 18-year-old category, and we have 2 winners in that as well. So the first winner is King Creations. Judith King, will you come up and get your $1,500? And what are you doing with your cash?
Probably just invest in more materials and equipment.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I can count this high, but here we go. 51, 52, 53. I should get Grant to help me. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 1,000. 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500. It's a lot better than a check, don't you think? Congratulations. And our last winner of $1,500 is Nails by Bills, that she has blue hair this time. Last time I think we saw her, she had green hair. Now, I think blue is Winnipeg.
Well, there you go.
Green was better, but we're going to let that go.
I gave it to you.
Oh, there we go. And what are you going to invest in? Green hair color?
That'd be cool. Probably back into my business. It's pretty expensive, and like marketing and things like that, advertisements.
Fantastic. Last one. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 950, 1,000, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, $1,500. Congratulations. So why don't we have one last big round of applause for our 7th annual Youth Entrepreneur Award. And we have here as well, so if you were participated in the contest, please come up because we got a package for you as well. So thanks everyone for coming out, and the winners, please wait. We've got to take photos out in the lobby here. Just give us a couple minutes, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, good thing I have an associate. We'd like to thank you, Grant. Maureen wrote 2 books about my misspent youth called Get a Bigger Wagon and Get an Even Bigger Wagon. And there's about 25 stories in each, which I know, coming from Outlook, and you didn't have much to do in Outlook, that you will enjoy these, because at the end of each story, my wife says what she thought I learned in that event. And then I tell her what I learned, which is considerably different than her opinion. And this original painting is by Denise Klatt, and it's from the book. And Denise's work, when you drive up the Broadway Bridge, you see that big mural on the building. That's Denise's work. So, Grant, we're going to get a picture later with this, and we'll get this packaged up for you. So, I guess that's it for the show. And if you know somebody some kids that are interested and have their own business, please tell them about us and send your entries in. As you can see, you get paid money. Thanks, everybody.